Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen says Real Housewives of New York City will return. Amagansett resident Andy Cohen is setting the record straight on the Real Housewives of New York City after rumors swirled the franchise had been canceled. "We are between seasons," Cohen said on his SiriusXM show. Last week, the Bravo execs met with 10 potential new Real Housewives of New York. This is called the casting process between seasons, and it's heavily underway. Speculation took off after Bravo announced upcoming seasons for Beverly Hills, Orange County, Potomac, Salt Lake City, and a new Real Housewives of Rhode Island, with no mention of RHONY. The clarification is good news for the Hamptons, longtime home to several original cast members: Ramona Singer, Southampton; Luann de Lesseps, Sag Harbor; Bethany Frankel, Shinnecock Bay; and frequent visitor Jill Zarin, Sag Harbor. Even some housewives believed the rumor. "How could you do this to me?" De Lesseps posted, a nod to her iconic Season 8 text-to-speech moment. Frankel, who left the show in 2019, called it bittersweet, saying on TikTok, "It is the end of an era, and for that show which was an alchemy of disaster." It's the news Bravo fans have been waiting for, like a group text from Ramona. The Real Housewives of New York City is coming back. Andy Cohen, the charismatic ringmaster of the Housewives multiverse and executive producer of the franchise, has confirmed what fans had been whispering, hoping, and possibly even manifesting: RHONY will return. In the ever-dramatic world of Bravo's crown jewel franchises, few cities sparkle quite like New York. From Bethany's biting wit to Sanja's toaster oven dreams, from Luann's cabaret showdowns to Dorinda's Bluestone Manor meltdowns, the New York Housewives carved a legendary path in pop culture that no US brunch reservation could rival. And now, with the future officially greenlit, the Big Apple is ready for its reality TV close-up again. A pause that felt like forever. Let's be honest, when RHONY went on an extended hiatus after Season 13 and the divisive, and ultimately canceled, reunion, fans were left reeling. For a show known for its razor-sharp banter and dizzying levels of drama, the sudden silence was deafening. Whispers of a reboot floated in the Bravo sphere. Would they recast the whole thing? Could lightning strike twice? Enter RHONY, Legacy, and a brand new cast in Season 14. While Legacy promised a nostalgic cocktail of old favorites and unforgettable catchphrases, the rebooted RHONY delivered a sleek, fresh group of women carving their own path through Manhattan's elite social scene. But for many fans, the question remained: was this the return or merely a rebranding? Now we have our answer, straight from the source. In a recent interview, Andy Cohen did what only he can do: drop Bravo bombs with a smirk and just enough teasing to set social media ablaze. RHONY is not done, he confirmed. In fact, it's just getting started again. Cohen, whose deep love for the franchise is matched only by his encyclopedic memory of Housewives drama, made it clear: the Big Apple has more stories to tell. "We've seen so many versions of New York," he said. "We've had the OGs. We've had the fresh faces. But New York is the city that never sleeps, and housewives in this town never really go away." That's right. Whether you prefer the Countess or the new Queen Bees, RHONY is gearing up for a return that promises to merge the best of both worlds: old glamour and new ambition. What might the return look like? Of course, with the announcement comes speculation. Will it be a continuation of the rebooted cast featuring Jenna Lyons, Brynn Whitfield, and Sai De Silva? Or could it be the much-whispered RHONY Legacy series finally stepping fully into the spotlight? Rumors suggest that Bravo might be exploring a hybrid approach. One that doesn't pit old against new, but rather allows both to thrive, perhaps with crossovers, cameos, or even a fusion season that brings generations of New York socialites under one metaphorical roof. Imagine Aaron Licky sipping espresso martinis with Dorinda Medley or Jessel Tonk getting real estate advice from Ramona Singer and promptly ignoring it. Andy, ever the maestro of the Bravo cinematic universe, isn't revealing too much. "You'll just have to watch," he said with a wink. But one thing is certain. The next iteration of Real Housewives of New York City will honor the show's legacy while embracing what's next. The city itself is a character. No other Housewives franchise is quite so intertwined with its setting. While Beverly Hills gave us glam, Atlanta gave us power, and Salt Lake gave us snow and scandal, New York gave us the heartbeat of ambition, and the sidewalk catwalks of RHONY weren't just stars of a show. They were reflections of the city itself, chaotic, stylish, unapologetic, occasionally unhinged, and always iconic. As Andy noted, New York breeds characters. It's impossible to live here without becoming one. And what characters they've been. The ghost of Scary Island still haunts Bravo history. Bethany's skinny girl business hustle remains unmatched. Tinsley Mortimer once tried to freeze her eggs in between tears and tea parties. Even a Berkshire's weekend felt like a Shakespearean act when filtered through RHONY's lens. The city shaped these women, and in turn, they redefined what it meant to be a real housewife. What the fans are saying. If Andy Cohen's announcement lit the match, Bravo fans poured the gasoline. Within hours of the news breaking, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram lit up with speculation, excitement, and wish lists. Some pleaded for OG returns, justice for Jill Zarin, while others praised the rebooted cast for their refreshing chemistry and authentic friendships. Fan theories abound. A reunion of old and new? A multi-episode event where Manhattan's old guard mentors the new class? A Real Housewives Civil War scenario where martinis fly and reputations are shredded? In Bravo land, anything is possible. Why now? After years of turbulence, both on and off screen, RHONY's return is about more than television. It's a testament to the endurance of a franchise that refuses to fade. In a media landscape that changes with every TikTok trend, The Real Housewives of New York City remains a cultural mainstay, thanks in large part to its unapologetic celebration of womanhood in all its messy, champagne-soaked glory. Andy Cohen understands that better than anyone. "People still stop me on the street to talk about RHONY," he said. "It lives in people's minds. They quote it, they live by it, they laugh with it, sometimes at it. That's powerful. And that power is now set to return. What we know so far, confirmed, RHONY is returning. By whom? Andy Cohen himself. When? No specific premiere date yet, but rumors suggest early to mid-2026. How? Likely with a mix of familiar and fresh elements, possibly even multiple RHONY-branded projects. Why? Because New York never goes out of style. Final thoughts. RHONY is more than just a show. At its best, The Real Housewives of New York City was a mirror, cracked, distorted, yet utterly captivating, held up to modern womanhood, wealth, and wit. Whether they were clinking glasses at Cipriani or screaming in a Sprinter van on the way to the Hamptons, these women gave us unfiltered access to lives we could barely imagine but couldn't stop watching. With Andy Cohen's confirmation, the future of RHONY feels not just secure, but full of possibilities. As New York itself reclaims its post-pandemic sparkle, so too does its most fabulous franchise. The skyline's lit. The women are ready. The drama is inevitable. So buckle up, Bravo fans. RHONY is back, and it's going to be a bumpy and beautifully accessorized ride.